B5.
What is up, friends? Good morning and greetings and welcome to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast, wild, crazy world of nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality, to your health and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to the Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That's why we're here every day on the Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis and eczema and rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it's a renewing system. It is designed on a divine basis to heal, renew, regenerate itself moment to moment, and while it may seem like a miracle to some folks, it really is no miracle at all. It is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs or degenerative diseases, or you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, let us help you. Our number is 855-660-4261, 855-660-4261. Try to call early so we can get to as many calls as possible at 855-660-4261. If you have a success story, love hearing those. If you want to simply contribute to the conversation, 855-660-4261 is your call-in number on the Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear us talk about on the Bright Side, you can head over to brightsideben.com, pull down on the shopping cart, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. And make sure you ask them about joining the Brightside Ben team for a one-time $10 fee. You can start yourself a longevity business, help share the products, and in return for sharing the products, you can get yourself some thank you checks, some pretty substantial thank you checks if you do it right. Some folks are making quite a bit of money selling the longevity products, sharing the longevity products, which basically sell themselves. Just give somebody a little Beyond Tangy Tangerine to try and watch what happens. If they're like most folks, they'll notice results pretty darn quickly. And I've been watching the results that people get from the Beyond Tangy Tangerine since 1997, 17 plus years. You can find out all about it by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470 or heading over to brightsideben.com, taking a look at our shopping cart, and clicking on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page. Also want to remind you all to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly with news stories and blog posts. Thank you to my webmaster, Robert Lundgren, for doing such a fine job at pharmacistben.com. Okay. We're talking about cell waste, how cells process waste. Yesterday we said it's no problem. Cells make waste. Just like cells are like little people, really. They do everything we do. They think, they process information. Cells divide. Cells have a skeletal system. Cells have an information processing system. We call that the cell membrane. And cells have a waste disposal system. Under ordinary circumstances, as part of their ordinary day-to-day activities, cells make waste, and that's no problem. Cells are like a little municipality. They have their own little waste incinerator system. They have a waste disposal system, which is technically called a lysosome. A some in biochemistry means body, S-O-M-E, some. Whenever you hear some, just means a thing, a body. Lys means to destroy. A lysosome is a destroying body. Lys is the Latin term for destroy. Some is the Latin word for body. Thus, a lysosome is a body or a structure that destroys things, or more accurately, it chemically incinerates. It chemically burns waste material. And every cell in the body, every one of the trillions, tens of trillions, maybe 100 trillion cells, just contemplate that for a moment. What the heck does that even mean? 100 trillion cells. Our bodies are a community of 100 trillion cells, somehow getting along famously with each other. And each one of these cells has dozens of little chemical incinerators, dozens of little lysosomes that are mandated to destroy waste. These lysosomes are destruction powerhouses that contain super aggressive chemicals that can destroy pretty much anything a cell can make. That's why these chemicals are located in these little entities, these little bodies, because they're very, very powerful and very, very aggressive. When cells die in large numbers, if we have an immune problem or an autoimmune disease and cells die, these very toxic, aggressive chemicals that are localized in the little tiny lysosome in the cell are released into the extracellular matrix, the stuff around the cells, and this accounts for the inflammation and the immune system activation that's associated with cell destruction. This is where the downward spiral of disease and pathology and bodily breakdown occur. Once cells break down, say you have some kind of suffocation going on or starvation, lack of nutrition, you're not getting your mighty 90 nutrients or you're eating the wrong kinds of foods, cells start to break down. When that cell dies, when the cell breaks down and dies, it releases these lysosomal chemicals into the area around the cells. Then you get more inflammation, then you get more starvation and suffocation, then you get more cell death, then you get more lysosomal enzymes that are released into the extracellular matrix. This is called a downward spiral of degenerative disease, and it all starts out from that one food that we ate or one chemical that we got in through breast milk when we were young. That's when it all starts. In any case, when cells die off, they can release these lysosomal enzymes into the matrix around the cell, and that accounts for inflammation and the degenerative downward spiral that we call degenerative disease. When we work out intensely, lift weights or run, one of the things that happens to muscle cells is they break down and they release their lysosomal chemicals. These aggressive, irritating, inflammatory chemicals can be released into the muscle area as the muscle cells break down and when we're lifting weights. This is one of the major causes of the pain and the soreness that can result from an intense workout. Any exertion, any weightlifting, any running, any mechanical stress can cause, even aerobic exercise, even a lack of oxygen from aerobic exercise can cause cell death and the release of these lysosomal chemicals. This is why when you come home from the gym or when you come home from any kind of workout, if you're swimming or playing tennis or golfing, when you come home from a workout, that's the best time to do your nutritional supplements. Not only will your body absorb those nutrients rapidly when you come home from a workout, but if you take your nutrients, if you take your nutritional supplements when you come home from the gym, you can minimize some of this post-workout inflammatory effects that are caused by this the release of lysosomal chemicals, lysosomal enzymes, and these aggressive chemicals into the muscle matrix. Vitamin E is especially important. We're going to talk about vitamin E here as a wonderful supplement for reducing pigment waste like lipofuscin. But after a workout, vitamin E may be the most important supplement you could ever take for reducing post-inflammatory stress. For you guys who are marathon runners, I know I've talked to a lot of marathon runners that listen to the Brightside. If you're running marathons or if you're doing any kind of aerobic exercise, come home and use vitamin E, 400 international units a day. Essential fatty acids, especially omega-3 essential fatty acids, can be protective against post-inflammatory, post-workout inflammation, post-workout pain and soreness. Use the Ultimate EFAs from Longevity when you come home from a workout. Throw in a little extra vitamin E. You'll get a little vitamin E from your Ultimate EFAs, but throw in some extra vitamin E, 200 to 400 international units a day. So anyway, the cell dies. The lysosomes break down and and cause inflammation. Using nutritional supplementation and reducing your intake of pro-inflammatory foods can be very helpful. Under healthy circumstances, lysosomes will demolish, they'll incinerate cell waste, and life is good. However, once a cell begins to lose energy, this is what we're talking about here. What cells require to stay healthy? They require energy. When a cell begins to lose energy because it's starved of the mighty 90 essential nutrients, you're not taking your supplements, you're not eating correctly, you're not breathing correctly, once a cell begins to lose energy, lysosomes don't do their incinerating work. It's all about energy, folks. When a cell's deprived of energy, nothing in the cell will work, but when the lysosomes don't work effectively, then wastes begin to accumulate. And this is a big, big problem. Hang tight, I'll tell you what I mean when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben, you're listening to The Bright Side. Our number is 855-660-4261. Got a couple lines open for you. We'll be back right after this.
Hey everybody, Jason Lewis here with another great idea from JasonLewisTeam.com. Now, how would you like an energy drink that's actually good for you? That's right, one that not only gives you an afternoon pick-me-up, but that's loaded with the most important antioxidants for reducing the damage from stress. It's called Pollen Burst, and it's a natural burst of energy that lasts for hours. Now, most energy drinks rely on a massive dose of caffeine, sugar, or even vitamin B. Pollen Burst takes a more balanced approach, and that's why I like it. I also love the fact that Pollen Burst has plenty of vitamin D and green tea extract. This is the best energy drink I've ever tried. So trust me, you'll not only like it better than the others, you'll love the way it's individually packaged for freshness as well. They've got these on-the-go stick packs. They're great. Pollen Burst. It's available at JasonLewisTeam.com or simply call 1-855-310-TEAM. For a natural burst of energy, it's Pollen Burst at JasonLewisTeam.com or 1-855-310-TEAM.
Hi, this is Gary Cooper with Midas Resources, Gold and Silver. Government shutdown, inept politicians, entitlements, looming Obamacare. The death of the U.S. dollar as a global reserve currency is what nobody wants to acknowledge. We have a debt bubble that cannot be paid and will eventually crash the dollar. If you're concerned about keeping your money, why not consider storing your wealth in gold and silver? Call me, Gary Cooper, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 130. Together we'll discuss your options of buying gold and silver. Again, the global elite have plans for your money, and it doesn't include you. So call me, Gary Cooper, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 130, and we'll discuss your options of buying precious metals. Also, I can send you information on how you can roll over your IRA or 401k into a precious metal IRA. Again, don't get caught with money in your account when the dollar crashes. Call me, Gary Cooper, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 130.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
In the U.S., 1 in every 50 homes will have a break-in this year. Burglars call it smash and grab. Police call it robbery. We call it avoidable. We are Fake TV, a simple electronic device that can fool even professional burglars. Fake TV easily plugs into any outlet and simulates the changing colors of a television. To a burglar, it looks like someone must be home watching TV, so they'll likely move on to an easier target. At only $29.95, Fake TV costs less than a month of most alarm monitoring plans and comes with free shipping. Order your Fake TV by calling 877-5-FAKE-TV or go to faketv.com. That's 877-532-5388 or faketv.com. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
The nation's largest independently owned and operated talk radio network. The Genesis Communications Network. G.
On the Brightside from the British Medical Journal, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs and the risk of atrial fib, AFib, so-called. Apparently, If you're taking Motrin or Naprosyn or Aleve or any so-called non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, you have an increased risk of atrial fibrillation. No surprise there. Any prescription drug is going to increase the likelihood of anything going wrong in your body because your body's not